Most of us believe we are one personality to improve upon. Wouldn't that be good if it was so simple? But in the book, The Search of the Miraculous, based on the Russian philosopher George Gurdjieff, he tells us in there that most of us are 100 different personalities, all baying for attention, all baying for domination. I have found this to be very accurate. And the reason we self-sabotage, the reason we act out of character sometimes, how often do you hear someone say, I don't know what I was thinking of, it was completely out of character for me? Well, they're not joking, they're not exaggerating. There's so many different personalities at work here that when we attempt to do something, they all come into play during times of stress. And I noticed, having worked with world-class athletes and world-class martial artists, that stress is the one thing that's going to bring out all the chinks in our armour, all our weaknesses. And it's at this period of time that the personalities within you are all going to be baying for attention. And some of them are going to be under so much pressure that they're going to want you to dismantle and sabotage what you set out to do. Having interviewed and befriended special forces soldiers, many different athletes, endurance athletes, they've all said at some point you've got to identify a captain of courage for yourself. You've got to identify which one you are going to captain your life ship. Otherwise, we cannot expect to have a multitude of personalities all baying for attention, because you're just going to have a life of chaos every time some sort of angst or obstacle comes up in your life. They have to be brought to order, and the only way to do this is to identify actually which ones are serving you and which ones aren't. And in previous videos I've mentioned about vice and what you fall for, and these are the ones, the different personalities that lead you down that slippery slope, lead you into negative patterns of behaviour. So it's the opposite of that, the ones that actually are there to help you, the ones that actually are part of who you really are underneath that you must choose and start to cultivate in order to be the captain of your ship. Otherwise, it's the equivalent of having a military platoon, all arguing, having no one in charge, all wanting to go in different directions and do different things. A great coach will inform their student their mind's going to come under the greatest attack during times of stress. And we want that to happen. Otherwise, it's going to come out at the worst possible time. Better to do it in a controlled environment and actually invite that aspect of you out than to have no control over it, no conscious awareness of it, and so it constantly creates trouble for you in your daily life. So the ancient Latin writer Publilius Syrus once wrote, "Anyone can hold the helm when the sea is calm." How true is that? For someone to really be able to coach, they must have been where you want to go. They must have been to the darkest place that you have. So anyone can hold the helm when the sea is calm. But it's the person that can hold the helm when the sea is rough, during rough, traumatic times. You really find out how well someone's mind is together, how much they've got themselves under control. So identifying and cultivating a captain of courage is the only way to navigate through the storms of life. So anyone who has any great ambition needs to tame these aspects of all these different personalities going on within them. Otherwise, they're going to continue to create chaos. And the men I've worked with often place a future goal as an arrival point where they're going to be content and happy and at peace. And this will never happen. It's right now in this moment we need to start cultivating the best part of us, the highest good we can aim at. And this itself will weaken all those personalities that often drag us back down to the worst aspects of ourselves. It's been said before, but I say it again, work harder on yourself than you do on anything else. Being able to live with yourself is a goal. That is success, because that will actually lead you through into all other aspects of your life.